cord stuff. So what would this be here?
Central canal?
That's this,
Oh, no,
No.
the posterior median sulcus.
nope. Guess again.
Oh, anterior.
Anterior
Duh.
median fissure. Because
Brain's
now,
not focused.
when you looked at the spinal cord in the other room, you had to go into the back. But this, we're looking in the front, okay? So this is anterior median fissure. This is the cervical enlargement, because a lot of nerves are coming in and out here. Down here is the lumbar enlargement in this region right there. What's the end called? Conus medullaris. And then the pia mater that extends beyond it is called the phylum terminale. And then this is called what?
That's the
Cauda
Cauda equina, which is the horse's tail.
Yep.
And what is it really? The kind. They're actually roots. Can someone bring me the the little section of the spinal? Let me get the spinal cord model. It's sensory and motor roots. It's these guys. Before they have joined together to form a spinal nerve, because they haven't come out yet, okay? Now, the phylum terminale is going to join with the dura mater to form the coccygeal ligament. That's going to prevent movement up and down, because you don't want the spinal cord bouncing around in there. Also, we have extensions that go laterally of the pia mater. See the little blue things here? Like little teeth? Denticulate ligaments, and they were hard to see in the other room there a little bit. If you get a whole spinal cord out, though, that lay it on the table, you can find it. Okay. Let's see. Anybody know what this nerve would be? Remember, this is the M part. Okay. This would be the musculocutaneous, which services the flexors of the elbow, like the biceps brachii, the brachialis, the coracobrachialis. This is it's in the middle,
Make it the median.
median, okay, which serves the flexors of the hand and wrist, and this part is the one involved in carpal tunnel. And this one, which you've all experienced, ulnar, also hand and wrist, and part of the hand here. That's the funny bone part, okay? What is this muscle?
So it's major.
And which one is associated with this? What plexus? Lumbar is right. Lumbar plexus is right. Okay. And what are the two major nerves of the lumbar plexus that we're studying? Nope, not sciatic. Femoral and obturator. And the sacral plexus would be the sciatic nerve. S for sacral, S for sciatic. And it has two branches. What does the tibial serve?
No, lateral.
Posterior leg is right, yeah. And also the hamstrings, except for the small one, the short head, okay. Whereas the fibular or common peroneal is going to serve anterior and lateral. Not what you'd expect, right? Okay. What are these? Intercostal nerves, okay, serving the muscles there, etc. What else do we have here? We're going to come to this next week. That's part of the autonomic nervous system. What would this be here? Which roots? Sensory or motor? Motor. And behind would be the sensory, and this would probably be a dorsal root ganglion right here. It's sort of a pinky color, right?
And then the
Okay.
two meet up, right?
Then they meet up here.
And that is, so where's the
Spinal
nerve
nerve.
and trunk difference again? I don't know if that's a good spot for it, is it?
What do you mean nerve and trunk difference?
Like nerves, like you said, that little section on the PowerPoint slides is where the nerve is, just that little section.
Yeah, just this little part here.
Okay.
Well, up here, See, these become the intercostal nerves, so they're kind of different. But just a little short stretch there.
Okay.
Well, and here,
Just that. Okay.
just that.
Ouch.
So this is the dorsal root ganglion, right? And that's sensory, unipolar, bipolar, or multipolar? Unipolar. And this is the motor, that lower motor neuron, like the model we have, okay? And the cell bodies are here in the anterior gray horn. And then those two come together to form the spinal nerve. So look how tiny that is, right? Not much at all. And then it becomes the rami. Dorsal ramus. Dorsal ramus is coming off the back, ventral ramus, and this is part of the autonomic nervous system. Dorsal ramus, ventral ramus, etc. Okay. What's this called?
That's posterior.
Posterior gray horn, anterior gray horn,
Lateral.
lateral gray horn. Central canal, gray commissure, white commissure. Posterior what?
Funiculi.
Funiculi. Lateral funiculi and anterior funiculi. So again, if I cut all the way across, I lose below there sensory and voluntary motion, but I still could have a reflex. Okay? But I cut halfway across, it depends on what I'm talking about. Some things on the same side, some things on the opposite side. So a lot of sensory information goes up the back of the cord, but it stays on the same side. So if I cut here, I lose it from the same side. Pain and temperature, synapse and cross to the other side. So if I cut here, I lose from the opposite side because it's already crossed. So we're going to cover that stuff next time. And so don't be in denial. There's going to be 10 or so, a lot of questions on it. So you got to know that, those pathways and what happens when I damage them. And the easy thing is cutting them all the way across. But what if I cut it halfway across? That's the hard, tricky part. Okay, is there anything I not covered here? And what plexus? Sacral plexus? Again, sciatic nerve. Right. Okay.
If you did the real tired drink coffee thing, would it apply to that one, or do you need more complex plexus?
It doesn't show everything here.
Okay.
It's missing its axillary nerve, and it's missing the radial nerve here. But you can see some of that on that dissected out spinal cord.